Everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing my last word challenge. The book I was on when I started this was, oh god, what was it? It was something Eden. Fuck. Elites of Eden by Joey Graceffa. Cover here. That one's not counted in the actual thing, but let's put up the last word and see what we've got.
I will destroy Eden.
And of course it's Eden, so I'm gonna find another book that has Eden in it. Wish me luck, and once I find it, we'll go right into me reading it. So I've started at Dark Eden by Patrick Carmen, I think, something like that. And so far it is about psychiatry and these 7 young kids, well, 7 teens sent out in the middle of nowhere because of their fears. Seems kind of hinky at the moment, but it's going by really fast. I'm 20% of the way through already. There's a bunker and some stolen audio stuff, and I don't really know what's going on yet. But Eden was my word at the end of Elites of Eden, which is the last book I read in January. So this book, Dark Eden, stemming from that, and we'll see what happens from here. I'll check up with you soon. Okay, hey people, love this honking red thing in the middle of my forehead. Cutting up things for my planners, but also was just listening to Dark Eden, Patrick Carmen, and it's only like a 5.5 hour book. And at first I was like, okay, this is exactly what the blurb said. It still is exactly what the blurb said, but it actually made me cry a little bit, like 70% of the way through it. So impressed there. I didn't call until the moment right before it was revealed about the main character and what his fear was. I have a few predictions because there's something about immortality and ailments after their cures that I'm curious about, and this is really what drove me to read the story of all the Eden stories, because that's intriguing. So I'm looking forward to what that's going to be. And then we'll get the last word before the day's over and we'll pick our next book. Y'all, at work, obviously. Dark Eden. Let's talk a little bit about Dark Eden. It was a little slow going. I had a feeling about some things, and spoiler alert, my word for this is faux vampire, because they made very specifically said that the immortal creature at the end was not a vampire, although they sucked the blood out of them and replaced their blood with, the old blood that they had to get out. And they were like reborn every 77 years. It was pretty cool, but it was still pretty much a vampire. Hate to say it. It's like you're protesting too much about it, you're a vampire. Essentially a faux vampire, whatever you want to call it. Its vampiric tendencies would fit into the lore. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars because I was not surprised pretty much through all of it. I'm not going to continue the series, although it does continue. I did like the kind of cures that they were giving, and how he took something vital from each of them, like feeling in the hands, the ability to think straight, the ability to hear, the ability to sleep, and took away the important thing from each of these kids in order to make himself better, and then took a wife at the end. It was very weird, and I really liked the old woman in it. I knew I liked her from the start because she's just awesome, and that the doctor was finicky, and I didn't like that, and that they knew he was in the basement the whole time. But okay, my last word in this book is alive.
And if I have it my way, he won't get out alive.
So let's go find a book with alive in it, and hope it's something I can access and will enjoy. Alright. So I'm reading Just the Sexiest Man Alive for my last word challenge for the alive prompt. I tried Janet Ivanovich, Look Alive 25, and I wasn't into it, so I started this one and had good tension to start with, and I'm at the halfway point, and the protagonist he's such a douche. Self-centered, doesn't really understand a real relationship, which is interesting because he just honestly seemed to care for this woman, but just keeps fucking it up, and he just fucked it up. Woman is a lawyer and was engaged to her law professor from graduate school or whatever. After she had graduated, they started dating, and she found him with his TA, fucking, and canceled wedding, went out to dude's party on the day that was supposed to be her wedding, and he decided he wanted to make her jealous with his co-star, and indicated that his lady man ways is not over, and that's exactly what the ex was like. And so he just done fucked himself up, and he's like, yes, I saw that she was jealous, I will get that. It's like, I wore you down. I just won. No, you just fucked up, dude. You just fucked up. Well, halfway through, so it should be interesting. Okay, I just wanted to update you. It's really dark in here because I haven't opened the store yet because I still have 20 minutes because I get here that early because I'm ridiculous. But I'm going to get some writing done. So yeah. Alright guys, so I just finished Just the Sexiest Man Alive. It was really cute. I liked the tension between them. I didn't even mind that there was no real steaminess in it because the snarkiness worked for me. Now, loved the characters. I loved the development of the characters. There was a little bit of stuff I didn't like about the writing. Some repetitive words, a lot of head hopping from the way it sounded. I don't know if the scenes were broken up, but suddenly we were one person said, and then another person said, and then another person said, but it wasn't omniscient. And this is something I really, really don't like about stories. I really hate it. Every time it happened, I was like, but I got through it because it was entertaining enough. So it's not something that I would say is the best written thing in the world, but it was entertaining and I enjoyed it and it was a nice, cute romance. So there's that wanker of it was almost like a Pride and Prejudice thing where she hates him and he likes her and he acts like an arrogant ass, and then somebody else who's all charming and everything comes in to try to woo her against him, and I don't feel like that happened very well, but it was well enough to cause tension. I do wish that we had more of the X, we didn't see the X appear at all, even though he was built up through it. I expected the last bit for the X to show up and for there to be something, but I feel like that should have been wrapped up at least a little bit in it. So anyways, phone call. Yeah, it was cute. And I liked it. It was probably a 3.5, 4 star. I'll give it a 4 stars. It was entertaining enough for the, quality of writing. I mean, I'm pretty damn picky, so I'm trying not to be quite so ruthless. But since I didn't actually read it, and I listened to it, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. So, yeah, okay. I should do that more often. Anyways, oh shit, what was the last word? Crap, okay. I'll have to figure that out, and we'll figure out our next book. I need a course in the title of my next book, and of course it's going to be a nonfiction book because that's all I can find in my library for an ebook. There was 2 romance books. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know if this is the short and easy, and hopefully I can get a good word at the end of it. So that's where we're going right now. Okay, so I have been reading this 20,000 Day book. I finished it because it was only an hour and a half, but I missed the last third of it. Whereas I was in the shower while I was listening to the last third of it, and I didn't get to take notes, and that's where I found the value. So I'm going to go listen to it again and take some notes. All right, guys. I have my list. Let's talk about this book. So first of all, 20,000 Days and Counting. I needed the course, which is in the little subtitle. I'll put the book cover up here so you can see it. So there was a lot of religious stuff. Didn't care for it. The first 2/3 of the book, kind of obvious stuff, but there was stuff in the end that I liked. So, you are the problem. Thinking that way means that you can solve the problem because you are the problem. Does that make sense? I really liked that train of thought. I also liked the advice to aim for 30 no's, because if you let a few no's deter you, you're not going to get to your yes. So if you aim for 30 no's, you're not likely to get that many in a row, right? I liked it. You must find time, you won't find time, you have to make it. That is brilliant because it's absolutely true. It is absolutely true. Okay, sorry. The present moment is the only moment you are in control of. Again, very, very true. And it's just to reflect on more than make you do anything, I think, or to make you more productivity. Yes. He also says that people overplan. You can overplan the next 5 years and underplan the next 15 minutes and the things that you can get done. And people spend 80% of their time planning and 20% of their time doing, and we really need to flip those. I do think a good plan will get you more effective, but you can't go back and replan because that's procrastinating, Okay. Celebrate now. I liked that too because we always the next time, this big lofty goal, I'll celebrate that. No, celebrate the small wins because they're important in getting to your big goal. And yeah, so the book ended with both today and days, depending on where you want it to say it ends. So I'm going to look for the next book and we'll be back soon. I probably give this book a 3, maybe. Maybe I did find some things a little bit helpful. maybe 2.5, 3. I think it would help somebody else, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's get on to like book number 4 out of 5. We're more than halfway there now, guys. Isn't that excellent? Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Let me just say, 365 days, off to a weird start. My boss guy, or whoever the fuck he is, gets onto a plane. One of his employee stewardess things, he pushes to her knees and proceeds to fuck her face while she claws at him. And it's not rape because they do consent being his employee, but he likes some fucked up shit, and now he wants this girl he saw from a coma, and that's where I am, and I'm pretty scared, so we're gonna go back to it. Okay, so she's been kidnapped. They did a great job of setting up the lack of connection between her and her current boyfriend, and I like that he expressly said he won't rape her, so I have a lot more hope in this. Okay, doing alright. It's better. Okay. So hey guys, I just finished 365 days. Yesterday I was at like 18 to 20%, and when I got home I was like at 88%. So just sit and listen to it yesterday at work, which would make you think that it's a really good book, and it's decent. I liked a lot of the beginnings of it, like the first 50% of it, and then it started to get into the territory of, I've read this before. I kind of know what's going to happen. It's following very closely to the arc, or the 3-act structure, and I'm not quite believing the love that's developed in this girl. Like, they do a lot to describe how she fits him really well, but I just don't feel the attachment very much. I do from him, somehow, from her perspective, but not so much from her, and I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's how I feel. And then the ending cliffhanger, I don't believe it either. If you want to read a book that is similar to this mafia controlling, almost kidnapping, forcing into a relationship without the rapiness, then read Meghan Markle, Ruthless King, because that series, although cliffhangers, because she is the cliffhanger fucking queen, was an excellent book. And maybe because I've read that, I kind of knew what was going to happen in this one. And at the same time, like, I still feel like she can surprise me a little bit, so I do have book 2 on my hold, so it's good enough for that. But I don't know. I think Meghan Markle definitely did it better, but she's one of my favorite authors, so of course I think she did it better. I've said that about a few other books that I've read. Anyways, probably a 3.54 stars for this. I haven't really decided yet. I see the potential for offshoot romances in this as well. I don't know. I'm also not understanding, like, if your man catches a dude trying to rape you, why are you upset about him killing that dude? Like, would not upset me whatsoever if my husband caught some dude trying to rape me and he killed him. I would think justice has been served. But she's against this. And I get why she was against it with the previous ex, because he wasn't really doing anything wrong. That guy was doing some shit wrong and had bad intentions to start with. So, yeah. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't remember what the last word was. Was it pregnant or baby? Neither one of those bodes well for me. I'll figure that out, and we will be on, you love my background music, we will be on to our last book of this challenge. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Oh, I did also find that she was very repetitive sometimes with words. Like, in one little section, she was like, this is perfect for me in this perfect way because it was perfect. Like, really? Did I need all that? Like, the first one I got it with. I don't need... To me, that's just poor writing. There's some things that I also think the translation kind of fucked it up, but, you know. When the other things are happening all the time, I'm just like, this is just a whole part of the thing. Is an editor should have gotten his hands on it when it was English. So when it was in English, the editor should have gotten their hands on it. There we go. That's the way I wanted to say it. Okay. I'm gonna go figure some shit out, and we'll figure out what book number 5 is. Yay! Almost there. Wait. So I just finished The Problem Child. I think Michael Buckley. It was something. It was something else. Lots of morals in there for some kids. Lots of exaggerated things, again, for some kids. Not really my thing, but I found some things that I enjoyed in it. I finished it in a day, kind of rushing through it. Alright guys, so there are the 5 books that I read. Sorry, the last book didn't have a whole lot to it. My last word was child and problem child. I kind of picked that last minute because I had a few options, so... was the one I went with. I think it's because it was the shortest and I was doing Becca's Bookathon, so I was trying to get through as many books as I could. I want to kind of deem this as the mid-road challenge. Most of my books were like 2.5 to 4. So I didn't find any 5-star reads with this. Granted, the book I started it with was also not a 5-star. So maybe that was predictive for me. I don't know. But I'm going to end this vlog here because it's been a long time coming. I started this in like January. It was November. And, well, technically I finished the last book in September. I'm late getting this done. Anyways, without further ado, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you like these challenges. Do you do any reading challenges? What are you reading currently? Let me know about your life. And I will see you next time. Bye.